I want to open this discussion up a bit further because I think that within the C-suite, there isn't a nuanced understanding of AI. Okay. And you discuss the two extreme. One is, okay, just pass it below to the general managers or something like that. Or it's a shiny new toy and I like it and I'm infatuated by it. And I think the solution sits somewhere in the middle. And so what I want to do is I want you to trace how AI impacts the balanced scorecard. And I think it's very, very important, for want of a better term, dovetail AI into its impact into the balanced scorecard. I'd like you to sort of take that discussion and then sort of go into the details, please.
So, typically all the balanced scorecard is a set of, you can say, targets that the executives, they have to meet for that financial year, which feeds into the overall strategy, which then helps to deliver the corporate goals or the corporate objectives over a number of years. Now, if there's a chief operations officer, they will have, let's say, KPIs to do with maybe running the call center. Typically, when you have a huge call center, let's say you are a telco, you're operating a huge call center, there's a lot of cost involved. And typically speaking, cost reduction or making sure efficiency, they're actually tied to the balanced scorecard, because the balanced scorecard is divided into a number of different areas: financial, operational, employee, and so forth. So what one needs to do is then look at the call center operations and then identify, let's say, use cases where potential savings can be made, or customer experience can be improved, or both. So if I take just a simple example, most agents, when they receive a call, what they will do is actually listen to the customer and make notes.
Yeah.
And it takes time to make notes.
Sure.
And once you made those notes, they then need to be updated into not one system, perhaps multiple systems. Now, in order to avoid that, you can actually use AI to do the note taking. So the conversation between the agent and the customer is continuing, and the AI at the end of the conversation will just give a note summary. And all the agent has to do, say, I agree, and then updates all the different systems. So that next time the customer rings, you almost have like a history of what was the complaint or the inquiry. And if you have multiple touch points and you have this note taking that happens, you have a 360-degree view. So that can be phenomenal in terms of the customer experience, in terms of making the agent's life, more exciting, because not many people like taking notes and then updating multiple systems. It also improves productivity. So here AI can have a major impact. So that links directly to the KPIs that the chief operation officer may have, which then links to the balanced scorecard, which then links to the overall, you can say, goals of the organization. So it's always important when looking or trying to identify AI's use cases is to really connect it with the strategy. And in my experience, the strategy element or the corporate element and the alignment between, AI exploratory work, there's a huge disconnect.